Your resume doesn't have to put the hiring manager to sleep. In fact, it shouldn't. If your resume just lists every duty, you're doing yourself a disservice. Hiring managers want to see what you actually accomplished, the real impact. Here's the truth. They skim resumes fast, sometimes in less than 10 seconds. So if your resume isn't clear, punchy, and focused on results, it's probably going to get ignored. Ready to write a resume that wakes them up and helps you get interviews? Let's dive in. Understand exactly who will read your resume. Before you even start typing, put yourself in the shoes of the hiring manager. They're super busy, they're probably overwhelmed, and they're likely drowning in resumes, you guys. So what are the things that they're looking for? What problems do they want solved? The best way to figure this out is by carefully reading the job description. Look for repeated keywords and phrases. What skills and experiences do they emphasize? Your job is to match those exactly in your resume. So not by copying, you don't want to do that, but by showing how your experience aligns with what they want. So here's a pro tip for you. Use those keywords naturally in your bullet points, summary section, and skills section. This not only makes your resume more relevant to the reader, but it also helps it pass through those applicant tracking systems that scan for the keywords. This makes your resume more relevant to the reader, and it also helps you pass through those applicant tracking systems that scan for keywords. Keep your resume easy to scan, you guys, because it will be. So imagine your resume as a billboard, not a novel. Hiring managers scan for highlights, definitely not paragraphs. Use bullet points and lots of them with concise, clear sentences. Avoid those big blocks of text that just kind of make their eyes glaze over, and stick to one page if you have less than 5 years of experience. If you have more, you guys, 2 pages are fine, but only if every single line adds value. Use bold or italics sparingly to highlight your achievements for job titles. Keep fonts consistent and choose a clean, professional-looking layout with, just enough white space. And here's an actionable tip for you. After you finish, ask a friend to glance at your resume and tell you what stands out. If they can't quickly identify your biggest wins, it's time to simplify. Focus on your achievements, not just your duties. You guys, this is the biggest trap that I see. People listing their responsibilities like a job description. Do not do that. Instead, what you want to do is talk about your wins. What did you do that made a difference? So, for example, don't say managed customer service team. Say led a customer service team of 10 to improve customer satisfaction scores by 20% year over year. Numbers are your friends. Include percentages, dollar amounts, time frames, absolutely anything measurable that shows your impact. And if you can't quantify, well, then focus on how your actions led to positive outcomes or honed valuable skills. Start every bullet point with a strong action verb. Words like led, created, developed, and negotiated tell hiring managers you're proactive and results-driven. Avoid weak phrases like responsible for or helped with because they make you sound passive. Keep a list of powerful verbs handy when you're writing your resume. They will add energy and make your accomplishments just absolutely pop off the page. Here's an example. Designed, improved, streamlined, spearheaded, implemented. Here's an actionable tip. Rewrite your current bullet points using strong verbs. If you struggle, I can help, guys. Don't let ATS software block your resume. Applicant tracking systems filter out resumes, sometimes before humans even see them. To get past these bots, use keywords from the job description throughout your resume, especially in your summary, skills, and experience sections. But don't just stuff keywords in randomly. Your resume still has to sound natural and readable. So focus on weaving the keywords into real examples of your work. So here's a really quick fix for you guys. Copy the exact phrases from the posting, like project management or data analysis, and include them where relevant. Write a summary that sells you in a few sentences. Your summary is like your personal commercial. It should quickly answer the question, why should I keep writing? It should quickly answer the question, why should I keep reading this resume? Keep it 2 to 4 sentences that highlight your key skills, relevant experience, and what you bring to the table. Use keywords here too, you guys. So here's an example. Experienced digital marketer with 5+ years growing brand engagement through targeted campaigns and SEO. Skilled in content creation, data analysis, and team leadership. And here's an action tip for you, you guys. Write a draft summary and then cut it in half. Less is more, trust me. Tailor your skills section for each job. Your skills section should be a quick snapshot of your strongest, most relevant abilities. Don't list every software or skill you've ever heard of. Instead, focus on what the employer cares about. If you're applying for a data analyst role, list skills like Python, SQL, Excel, and data visualization. For a project manager, highlight things like Agile, budgeting, scheduling software, and leadership. Organize skills in bullet points or columns to make scanning easy. You also want to highlight education and certifications that matter. Include your highest degree and any certifications relevant to the role. Certifications like PMP, CPA, or Google Analytics can be game changers. If you graduated recently, put your education near the top. If you've been working for years, it's perfectly fine at the bottom. Do not overload this section. Focus on what adds value for that specific job. Here's another thing. Proofread like your dream job depends on it. Because it does. Typos and grammar mistakes scream unprofessional. Try using tools like Grammarly, then get a friend or a mentor to review your resume. Ask them if your resume clearly shows why you're a great fit. Sometimes what makes sense to you doesn't to others. So here's a tip. Read your resume out loud to catch those awkward phrases or errors that you might otherwise miss. Update and customize your resume often. Your resume is not a static document. As you grow and learn, add new achievements and skills. Customize it for each job you apply to so that it stays relevant. Set a calendar reminder every few months to update your resume. Keeping it fresh means you're always ready when the opportunity knocks. A little bit about me. I'm Mary, owner of Resume Assassin, and I've been helping job seekers craft resumes that get noticed for over a decade. I've seen what works and what doesn't, and I'm passionate about helping you turn your experience into stories that land interviews without the snooze factor. So if you want help writing a resume that truly represents your impact, I've got your back.